go. Get it ready. Yeah.
Hella loud, bro.
I was just about to say that.
And I'm still equally. Okay. About to get bust this ride with this equally bit. Damn, I got these Skittles in my mouth. That's okay. I'ma still bust it.
What you know about clumsy?
Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. That kind of threw me off, but I still get it.
That threw me off too.
Chicken wing, nigga, and lemon nuts.
Swallow.
Damn, come on, man.
So he had a big long spit right here in his throat.
Chilling in my living room podcasting with Ijoma and Tiff, then we mobbing. Waiting on Slim, but he ain't coming. Had a guest boy, I guess he running. Nigga don't want a podcast. That's okay, nigga, that's your ass. Coming later, or coming today. It don't matter, we ain't accepting that anyway. Two dudes and a chick, and we chillin'. And every week, we gon' give you the feeling. A nigga's just chillin' and having fun. On the beginning, nigga, and it's just another
look at
run.
this.
Don't mess up my beat. That's rude. Tiffany. I miss. Hey, wind it down. Wind it. I want to see. Wind it.
Bruh. Bruh, this is comedy.
Wow.
That's comedy.
That gave you that reaction?
Because he wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it, bruh. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I thought she was going to pop it on the shoulder, not knock him over.
End his life. Oh, what's up, y'all?
What's good?
I'm chilling, man.
Welcome, everybody, to Two Dudes and a Chick. It's your girl, Tiffany. I'll let y'all say y'all names this week.
It's your boy, Priest D, riding in the caddy.
Listen.
It's Dr. It's Dr. IJ.
He cannot multitask.
Hey, this nigga.
Because-
Cut off the TV. This
I
is
paused
distracting
it.
This nigga.
See, I can multitask. He
Hey,
cannot.
I'm hella loud, blood.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, chicken.
Yeah, we'll just be happy with where we at.
Make it work. Just I won't have no eardrums, but that will be okay.
You can always go like that.
Nah, I need the full effect. I need the
my
studio
gosh.
effect.
Oh, man. What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Man, chilling, man. I just got back from that new brewery.
Again, you about to be a regular
Hey.
over there.
Straight
see.
regular.
He always
see.
trying to go
It
there.
only been open for like 2 weeks. Now I went 3 times, dog.
You got to take me because I ain't been yet.
I've been trying to hit you up,
I
man.
feel
You
like
out of town. Every
never
time I
home.
go, I'll be like, yo, where you at? Oh, I'm up out of town. Oh, I'm out of state. Oh, I'm in Oakland. Oh, I'm in the Bay. Oh, I'm
You'll have to pre-plan it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go,
man, anytime you with it, man, I'll be there.
though. Yeah, I want
I'm
to check
ready.
it
You know,
out.
he's really all about good vibes right
Man.
now.
I know. That's what he said.
Good vibes and
What I tell you?
Oh, speaking of good vibes, man, I just realized, Tiff, that he sat down and enjoyed this show with us. Didn't he say he was giving up TV for a month?
Nah. Man, look, this my thing, dog.
he kind of
He
Nah,
adjusted that.
he adjusted it. He definitely has back. But
Right.
if like I'm watching something or whatever at night mostly, he'll watch
Okay.
it with me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, I gotta leave the room.
Right.
Nah, it ain't that serious to me. Like the whole thing is
Being
I'm
more
just-
present.
Yeah, being more present
I got
and
you,
not
yeah.
focusing on my phone and the TV. Like my kids, for example. Usually, like around 7:30, 8ish, I'm watching something they can't watch. So I'm like, yo, y'all gotta leave. Like, it ain't every day, but it's like, yo, get out, go upstairs, go watch some kids stuff. So now, like when they come around, they hear because she ain't really watching TV during the day. They, dang, that sounds way better. I'm watching TV with them. I'm watching Teen Titans.
Oh my gosh, they really. Chum done watch that movie, the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
I gotta sit down and watch that with him. He keep asking me, but like a million times.
I'm watching. I'm learning what my kids watch. What make them crack up and just.
Yeah, like that one show y'all be watching, that annoying show. I hate that they even watch it. That Larva show.
Oh, that show hella funny.
Yeah,
I
y'all
ain't
just be
gonna
down
front.
here. It's a silent cartoon.
It's like a Tom and Jerry.
It's a silent
2018,
cartoon.
dog.
and they be down here week.
If I showed you it, dog, I gotta show you. It's kind of funny, dog.
It's called larva.
It's called larva. It's just,
That's it. It's just called
it's just
larva.
a red larva and a yellow larva. They just-
Making.
It was hella funny, dog.
I hate that
I
show.
can't front. I'll be down there cracking
They be
up with them.
cracking up.
Yeah,
A
so I
red
said, man,
and a yellow larva.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I gotta
Netflix.
watch it.
Even with that, like with my kids, I don't let them watch TV till 7:00. So
Right.
from 4 to 7, they ain't watching TV. But when they do, if they down here with me, it's like watch whatever you want to watch. I ain't gonna be like, oh, I can't watch TV out there.
We about to really see how real it gets because they don't have practice no more.
Yeah, that changed the game. Hey, me and the kids gonna be looking at each other like, hey, what you gonna do?
What you want to do?
That practice help. That keep me busy.
Yeah, no more practice.
Yeah, with no more practice. Oh, did that help?
Yeah, I
He's
think.
still trying to engineer some
Yeah.
focus.
No, well,
Is it dead air over there?
yeah, it occurred to me that mic is on.
Oh, okay.
Man, so TV roundup for the week. I have to because, we just finished watching Real Housewives of Atlanta because it just started. But I caught a new show on Chad and Michelle.
What's that about?
Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child.
That's
Oh,
how-
okay.
Yeah, it just started.
That's the lesser known member.
I feel good to not know what's going on TV.
That's not.
What's going on?
That's not right. Is that her name? And that's so funny you said that because that's how she started off her intro. I am Michelle Williams, but you guys might know me from a group called Destiny's Child. I am not the other girl in the group. That's what she said.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
You know, like Ray J.
so
Ray
basically,
J-
like Destiny Child members is getting a comeback, huh?
Well, she just got engaged to this one pastor guy, and then she went to a mental health facility for her depression
Oh, Jesus.
recently in the news. But I was watching the show, so anyway, that's what I was saying because it made me think about our show last week when we were talking about how you were talking about you have a trust bank and stuff, and it made me think about you because so she got engaged, right? Love of her life, super excited, and then I think they didn't say how long but very soon after that, she got she went to rehab for her mental health because she got severely depressed. And they're not even married yet.
Nah, that's what you was talking about. I mean, I know she said that's what you was talking about, but like,
Yeah, I can
Hey,
trust
that-
you
but-
today, but I don't know if
but
you're gonna
that's-
wake up
right.
crazy
but
tomorrow.
but that's when you can hit that eject. But did they just get married?
They're not even married
Oh,
yet.
you can eject.
They're not
Nah, I ain't
even
ready for
married
this.
yet.
It's different between married, like you saying.
But I see
like,
what you saying. Like,
I get what you saying
Just
with
never
his
know.
point.
yeah, you just never know.
But that's what I'm saying to him.
can I say
But what
something?
he's doing is I'm not going nowhere.
Can I say something?
What?
When you said her intro, it reminded me of how people used to say Ray J is Brandy's little brother.
Yeah, ain't that Brandy's brother?
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to cut you off. But go ahead. I'm respecting the cutoff.
He's being funny right now.
I'm really
but-
not. I didn't want to let it go far, and then I got to bring it back, and then y'all be like, where'd that come from? But go ahead.
We can still say where that come from, but
All right.
anyway. So, but he's like, I'm not going nowhere. Like he understands it's a disease, but in one of his confessionals, he was saying dang, is this what my life is about to be like? Because is she always gonna be like this?
Right. It was good until,
She went crazy.
yeah.
How did she go crazy? Like, what did she
She
do?
didn't go crazy. She just got severely. She said she's been dealing with depression since she's been 13 years old. And so now she was like, I wasn't having suicidal thoughts, but I wanted to go and check myself in before it got that bad to get herself back healthy.
But you know what? It works on both sides, right? Because she could easily be saying I trust this dude, yada yada yada. Now I'm getting ready to go check myself in. Dude could have pulled a 180 on there
But
and been
she's been trying to do that. She's been trying to break it off with him, as if she doesn't deserve him.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So she's been trying to break it off with him, and
I would have took that.
That ain't right.
I would have took it.
I mean, I'm saying
if I don't
a
have
lot
to
of
deal
people
with
would
that,
have.
I'm not gonna deal with that.
How can you say that if you love this person?
I love you.
If you
enough-
love this person enough to
I
say,
lo-
will you spend the rest of my life with me? You're going to jump ship the moment something goes wrong?
I love you enough to take that.
We live
part.
in America, man.
Yeah, I love you
That's
enough
whack.
to take that.
A lot
to
of
be
people
like,
don't.
I can't do it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. When they ask somebody to marry them, they don't really take into account that like
Right.
this
but
is for better
last
and worse.
week, he was so against what you were saying.
I'm
and
not
that-
married to this chick.
So if you're married,
That's different. Like
why is it
once I
what's
jump
the
in,
difference from you saying to this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with you?
because
I want you to spend the rest of your life with me, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
the contract ain't sealed. That's the difference. That's the big difference. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, then
She
you
ain't
good.
earned your trust yet.
It ain't even that. You ain't signed on the dotted line. Like, look. Nah, man, that's like getting something that you thought you want and you find out you got a lemon before you make that payment. You like,
Okay, so you made the payment, you get what you want, and ooh, look at that lemon.
gotta deal with it. I'm gonna be there for you. But if you giving me an out and I don't really want to deal with it in the first place and we ain't married, I'm gonna take that out.
Dang.
I'm just keeping it A1. Why not?
Why so?
I
Because
gotta
you
deal
love
with
this
chick
person.
I gotta deal with me personally. I said, if it happened afterwards, like we built on something.
You already built something.
I built on
Obviously,
something.
you asked her to marry you.
Look, man, and when it come down to it, I can't do it. I just can't.
Trying to rhyme.
What? Nah, I just got skills like that. I didn't even catch it. And you gotta rewind the tape or let me know, cause I just go and go and go.
Oh,
but
my
anyway,
God. Here we
so when it come down to it, I can't. You give me an option to hit the eject button. I'm gonna eject, pull the tape out. I'm done. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with you going through this depression. I don't want to go with your ups and downs. I don't want to deal with your mood swings. If I don't have to, I'd rather not. I salute the people that. And it's not against people that are on depression pills or are going through it. But me personally, if I don't have to take it there, I won't have to. I won't want to.
See, I disagree with what you're saying. I'm on Tiff's side on this one, just for the simple fact that if you ask her to marry you, right, taking a conventional frame of mind, then it shouldn't matter if she check herself into the mental institution before or after the vows is done, because you've already pledged your love to her.
Right.
But that's
You're
why
already invested at that point.
right. But that's why I was saying, like, I trust you for today. Like, I can't promise my trust to you tomorrow, because it don't matter that we haven't signed the contract. All that matters
That does
is,
matter. That's a lot to do with it.
for me, it don't. Like, I would still marry you if you checked yourself into the hospital, but it would just reinforce to me why I'm saying to you, like, I can only trust you as far as I've known you. Because if this, you know what I'm saying, like, ain't no telling what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, I passed, dude. What about you? How would you handle it, Tim?
I mean, she's not like psychotic or anything, so
That's what I think the worst. When I think it's
I think that I could manage to see you through it. If I, at this point in my, am that invested in a relationship to where I said yes to spending the rest of my life with you, I'm not gonna bounce. That's like the one girl at her bachelorette party. One of her friends threw her in the pool. She got paralyzed.
ooh.
Just like that. You still gonna marry her? Or are you leaving her? This is real life. This really
real life.
happened.
Real life, I don't think I can.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
leave
think I
it.
can go
I'll
through
leave it.
They still got married.
I'm
They've
sorry.
had kids and
Yeah,
everything else.
Man.
And that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I gotta-
so now you on my side. Like I hate to sound like a dirtbag, and
I embrace the dirtbag in me.
you got that DBS, that
God,
dirtbag
man.
swag?
Because
Dang, these
Look.
chicks gotta sign papers with y'all before y'all be invested.
Nah, man.
I
It's just
be-
like, look,
I be looking at her like,
This ain't the
I
life
don't
I
think
thought I
I
was about to
can.
live.
I don't think I could, like, and I mean, like, honestly speaking, I don't even know I don't even know if I could deal with a child with a disability.
Yes, you could.
If it's yours, you could.
I don't know.
You
If it's
could.
yours.
I don't know.
I think you could.
Like,
There's no way that you couldn't. Something that you came from you and
the reason
was created from you, by you, for you.
reason why I say that is
You'll
because
do it.
I'm around a child, not none of mine, but I'm around a child that has a disability, and I just be like, this is a precious child, like you know what I mean, and just and I get excited.
He make you smile every time you see him.
Yeah,
I love him.
I get excited. I get excited off him, like just little stuff, like
Getting excited when
yeah. I
he
was
see
like, yeah. For example, I'm like, hey, go get the backpack. And he went over there. I'm like, oh snap! You know what the backpack is, and went over there and handed it to me. Like I didn't know you know that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's just little things that he
I don't
do.
know, bro.
So imagine that's not even ours.
That's not even mine.
My little brother has cerebral palsy, man, and I remember plenty of nights waking up in the middle of the night, him having seizures in the hospital. Like I remember all that my mom went through to take care of him. I don't know if I had that in me.
Because you don't have to do it.
Because you don't have to do it. But if that was
That's true.
your kid,
That's true.
Then you have.
you would do it.
So once again, to go back to that.
So
to rewind it back to the, if I don't have to do it, that goes back to you saying like a person that's checking themselves in the mental institution and got paralyzed. You don't have to be there.
But I feel like you kind of do have to be there.
Why?
Because you just asked this person to marry
I
you.
changed my mind.
That's messed up.
No, it's not. It's the reality. Like if we gonna go through this, and I know I'm not able to do it. It's better to me to do it now than to live with you and we both be in hell together.
I don't think that you would do that.
I mean, I'm
that
really-
You would see how it goes first to see if you can handle it.
You know
And
what?
then
This
if you
is my
can't,
thing.
I can see you bowing out.
this
But
is my
you just
thing.
wouldn't just
Okay.
bounce.
Okay, you might
That's
be
not
right,
you.
but this is my thing. Like I'm so naive about. I'm so uneducated on
And don't know what you're
depression
capable
and
of.
don't know what's going on. Like when I think, this is just my pure ignorance.
Right,
When I
right.
think about somebody taking depression pills, I'm thinking like that's cool. Like you might be cool off them pills, but what's gonna happen the day you run short, the day we go out of town, the day you lose them, the day
Look
like,
at Toby on This Is Us.
I'm just saying, like
That's exactly what happened.
Things like that. I
Bruh.
think about how you go completely left, and I'm used to the person that's on his pills, and like, yeah, like now that I
That's
know,
what
it,
happened.
it
So
draws
on
it draws a
This
red
Is
flag
Us,
to me.
right.
Toby and Kate were trying to have a baby.
Hold on, we done with the first question?
No, this is
It's
about
all
what you were
tied
talking
into
about.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And so she's a little bigger, so she was having problems, and his sperm count was kind of low because he's been on antidepressants, and so he took it upon himself and didn't tell nobody. I'm gonna get off my antidepressants so we can get some good sperm and she can get some good eggs and we can get some good embryos. So he went off his pills and he kind of went downhill real fast and went right back into his depression like that. And then, because you're not supposed to just ever just go off your pills.
Right, right.
And he went cold turkey. He started spazzing out. His whole attitude changed. His whole just energy changed. Everything, his whole behavior changed. Everything just changed about him. And she was like, "What is wrong with you?" And then, and then she told him. He told her. He went off his pills for the sperm and blah, blah, blah. So then he got back on his pills. But now it takes a minute for it to kick in. But he's just all sad and depressed in the bed
right,
and just
right.
not himself and just blah.
But you know what the difference is?
So that's what you're saying.
I'm saying if I was her, as much as I won't want to deal with that, I can deal with that because I got a connection. I'm married. Like this is what I signed up for the better or worse. This is what I signed up for, and I'm mentally for me. I'm ready to go through whatever battle.
So
I
a
gotta
piece
go
of
through.
paper, a contract makes that big of a difference?
It's not a piece of paper in the contract. It's just it's like when people before you get married.
It
people
is
like,
a piece of paper or
nah,
contract. 'Cause
before
that's
you
what
get
you're
married,
saying.
before you get married, people like, yo, you about to get married. You
Nah,
sure
bro,
you want to go through with this?
I had this conversation the other day where I was just like for real, what is a marriage, bruh?
What it-
like
You know, it's been one of my questions on my list.
like for real, like what makes like so I got an uncle that's been married. I mean, not married. He been with his girl for 40 years. What's the difference between him and somebody that's been married for 40 years? You know what I mean? Like in both relationships, you make a commitment to the next person. The only difference is somebody signed a piece
before
of
God. One is just
bruh. Not everybody get married before God.
Yeah, it's just, well, one can be spiritual. Well,
like you can literally make a commitment before God to another person.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's what Brandy did. Remember?
All right, some would say you're not, like, it's a difference. You got to obey the laws of the land. Laws of the land say...
The laws of the land don't say you have to get married.
You need a marriage license. You got to do it.
No, he's saying you don't have to be married to be with somebody.
Right. So
in your faith, you're supposed to be married.
Right.
If you're going to live and cohabitate together.
But all it is like, if you think about it, the only thing a marriage really is, like a marriage ceremony really is like, you say vows to your partner, and those vows, you say those vows in front of people, and that's supposed to mean something. You
spend hella bread.
But you could just literally be with your girl and say, let's invite our friends over. Let's make a commitment to each other and be together. Like,
that's what Meredith Grey and Derek
Gray.
Sorry.
You got the TV.
I got a lot of TV references today.
God,
But that's what they did in the doctor's lounge. They got married on a Post-it. They wrote down to each other what they expected from each other, and like that's how they did it.
I think Tiff having TV withdrawals because on the low she ain't been watching TV either. She ain't made a commitment or said anything.
He's not.
But she ain't been watching no TV, dog. Like this whole week.
He goes to sleep and I stay up for like another 2 hours or so watching TV.
Yeah. But that's it. But like during the whole day.
I already told you I don't be watching TV during the day.
She did say that last
You just
week.
now are noticing it.
Hey, look, I got my eyes open now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying.
He's more present.
I'm more present.
Dang, how present? How unpresent were you?
That was literally a whole part of our conversation last week because she was like, "I don't watch TV during the day," and now he want to not watch TV and take my time
and talk.
Like we spent the whole like 15 minutes on that last week. Like,
I'm in the presence though now.
So yeah, like her schedule has remained the same.
She's been cutting back, so now she's going through the
it's me then. It's me. I eat that. It's me.
But I'm just saying, like, because when he said that, it made me think about how they did that on a Post-it. Because is a marriage supposed to just be more so between you and your significant other, or is it a marriage for show? What is marriage?
Look, this is my thing.
What is marriage to you?
This is my thing, and that's too deep for me. But this is I'm gonna answer your question. But no, I'm saying like I don't want to say something stupid.
But
look, this is my thing. This how I'll say.
I think you already did.
If I wanted to answer your question first. Then you go to him, come back to me. If we engage, it's the dating process and the married process. Like the dating, engaged, married. Like that's just how it works to me. I'm dating you till I feel like you're the one. Once I feel like you're the one, we're preparing for the ceremony, preparing for whatever, however we gonna do it. Whatever we say that's gonna solidify us as one. That's what we gonna do. But in the meantime, we still dating, and that's just how I feel.
I see. I look at it the opposite. I feel like once you are engaged and you give somebody a ring. Like, I don't look at it no different from marriage because to me, the marriage, all it is a ceremony for you to celebrate, you know what I'm saying, your commitment to it.
To do this.
Right. Like, that's all it is. So I can ask a person to marry me and literally could the next day marry that person. The only reason why I don't is because we need time
to plan a wedding.
That's all the engagement period is just time to plan the wedding. But the minute you ask somebody to marry you, and they say yes, you've made that commitment to each other. You don't need the wedding ceremony. The wedding ceremony is just a formality for family and friends.
Because by asking, you're saying that I want to be committed to you for life.
Exactly. So you're already in a verbal contract
You're already engaged
with
each other.
the other party.
You're already engaged.
So
Nah, not me.
You need to sign that paper.
Hey, it's good that y'all know that, but until it's official, it ain't official.
be like until
ain't
it's
blowing no
legal.
whistle.
Until you make that woman an honest woman, we kicking it. Like that's just how I feel.
Wow.
You made her an honest woman, but that's why
it's people like that's I go by the way of like I think the masses think that the way I think.
So people should just be like, let's get married on this day, and then
I
just
mean,
get married.
there's a lot of people who just be like, let's get engaged, and because of that thinking, they just be like, all right, just fuck it, like let's just get married, but just keep telling everybody we engaged.
But engagement also too could be, this is me letting you know that I'm in it. I'm committed to this relationship and I'm ready to take the next step with you, just not right now.
Yeah,
That too.
yeah.
That's me.
Yeah,
that's
could,
me.
It could definitely be a stall tactic.
That's
Right.
me. That's
Buy
me
you
right
a little
there.
bit more
Right.
time.
It could definitely be.
Nah, 'cause look,
But we gonna
look,
get.
you're
We
on the
gonna
right
break
track.
up.
You're on the right track.
Right. We're gonna break up if I don't take this next step. So let
Right,
me
because
just.
the time, you know what, I done been with you for so long, and now I'm ready
Yeah. So let me
to
just
take
take
the
this
next
step.
Yeah, let's elevate it.
And
But that's kind of like what we went through.
What?
That I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, let's go. Like,
I don't even want to talk about us, dog.
but that's true because we were together for so long.
But I
before you
also
proposed.
feel like when you do that, when you approach an engagement like that, then what you're really saying is, I'm not sure you're the one, and I need more time to find
figure it
a
out.
reason.
This keep
Or
you
it
quiet.
could be like, shut up. Like,
Keep-
like you know what
keep
I'm
it
saying? Like,
quiet.
let me
Or
have
it could
look,
be
no,
like-
look, this is my thing. Look. Like I said, my mom I already talked about this, but my mom brainwashed me. Unless you married to this girl, you're not living with her and you're not having no kids.
Right.
And that's what I'm gonna pump into my kids. So if I ain't tricking gay, if we ain't married, then we ain't joining counts, bills, and everything else that go with it.
I get what you're saying.
So till then, you still engaged.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, I'm almost going on Tiff's side of things and saying that why are you even asking
is new.
somebody to
Y'all
marry?
agreeing it's kind of new.
Why are you even asking somebody to marry you if you don't want to be married? Like if you asking them to marry you as a stall tactic, like I ain't
Might
ready
need
yet.
to reevaluate the
It was a stall
situation.
tactic, like not a stall tactic, but it like I said with Tiff. Let me get a job. Let me finish college, and then we can be engaged if you want that. Here, take that.
Nigga, that's a stall tactic.
That's what she wanted though. She wanted a
No,
stall.
Tiff
tactic.
was
I
saying
didn't
that
want
she was just like,
Tiff wanted a stall.
I
tactic.
didn't want a stall tactic. I just wanted to know the same reason why you gave me a promise. You gave me a promise ring. I don't know how old we were. I forgot.
young. I'm like, dude, yeah,
Hella
take that.
young.
Take that. Did her twice. Take that. Bad boy for life. You ain't going you. I said it like that to her. You ain't going nowhere.
Cause so it became a point.
Take
I think we
this
were probably
promise ring.
5 years in or something. And I had an opportunity to go to Southern California to go be like a nanny.
right.
And he didn't want me to go.
Work for Def Jam.
He didn't want me to go. And so I was like, dude, I don't have no kids.
Right.
I ain't got no fiance. I
Right.
ain't got no reason to stay.
Right.
Look,
I'm out.
Peace.
You said peace
Peace.
to her?
He said, if you go, we're done. I
Peace.
said, peace.
And then what happened?
I
She
left.
came back on your boy balls. Like, you know what I'm saying? She came.
Ijoma.
Chicken wing, let my nuts hang.
Ijoma.
Coming back, man.
That's
it
why.
ain't that.
Let
That's
me
why I
tell
looked
you.
at
look.
Let me
Hey, you
tell.
hear that? Chicken wing, let my nuts hang.
Let me tell
Coming
you.
back, girl,
so
it ain't a thing.
I was in LA all of 2004,
Ooh, you old.
and we got engaged in 2004. I think it was May of 2004 while I was in LA. So who came running back to who?
I think she got you there.
Nah, nigga,
I think she got you there.
I'm just saying.
I think you said peace, but then you asked her. You said peace is over, but then you asked her to
I got engaged while still living in LA.
Look, I said you ain't going nowhere. Do what you want to do, but you gonna come running back to me.
Okay.
Like you mind.
I didn't
I
come.
said you mind no matter what. You want to go handle your business, live your life, go. But just know you on this string right here.
Hey,
you on this tether. You that ball wrapped around this pole.
When you
so when I hit you,
Stop!
you wrap it around. When you go back to LA, you wrap it around this pole.
Oh
and you gonna swing around, get tied up to me. Regardless,
asked
so
her-
go handle your business because I'm gonna be right here.
When you asked
pole,
her,
stationary, tether wraps around the pole.
when you asked her to marry you,
Yeah.
did you expect her to move back?
She can answer that. She ain't
What?
going. She want
I didn't-
stationary pole.
I didn't move
tether.
back.
No, I was just asking.
I finished I was out there the whole year.
Dog,
Okay.
come on back home today. Where we live, dog?
No, I'm asking the question because you said like until you sign the paper, we just dating, even if we is.
So look,
engaged.
I got engaged with her, and I didn't live with her. Like I got engaged with her. She stayed at her parents. I stayed. Where was I? I was in with my roommates with my cousin. No, she had her own spot. She had her own spot. I had my own spot. And then when we got like I want to say like a month before we got married, I got an apartment and she stayed in it, and I didn't stay in it.
So you got an apartment for her to stay in,
Yeah,
and then when you got married,
we moved in.
y'all moved in together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stuck to the code, blood. I can't live with no chick that I ain't married to. Like,
No, I feel that,
like,
I mean,
when I say I'm brainwashed.
I mean, everything you saying sounds like exactly what I was saying, which is like when you asked her to marry you, it was like, nigga, we getting married for sure. Like it wasn't a stall tactic for you.
Nah, when
He
I
knew.
say, look, it ain't that I didn't want to marry her. It's just let me handle my business the way I want to.
No,
handle
I
the business.
get it, but what I'm saying is you
The stall tactic was, look,
were married, committed to her, even though you wasn't living together. You were married, committed to her before you signed the dotted line. And you saying that until we sign the dotted line, I'm not gonna be married.
And that's why
committed to
I
you.
said no, he wouldn't just drop somebody like
Right.
that because that's not what he would do.
Ooh, I don't know. You didn't have nothing that I didn't think I could handle though. That's the difference.
But that's my whole point. You don't know what you can handle until you're
Exactly.
in the situation.
True.
So,
But I'm speaking on right now with it getting thrown on me. It's like, ooh, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
I think like based on y'all love story, I think, you know what I mean, something would have happened to Tiff. You'd have stuck in
Dog, it's like I said, with me and my imagination, I be thinking like, damn, we had kids. Like what would happen to these kids? Well, how would she react to these kids? How would our dynamic change with her going through this
Right,
and kids getting involved?
You be calling me over like, hey, dog, can you help me build a ramp? That's what you be doing. Nigga, me and you would spend a Saturday building a ramp, nigga. That's what it is, bro. I think you that type of dude, bro, where you figure it out. Mm-hmm. Like, you not the type of dude.
before you just say no.
Yeah, you not the type of dude that, especially with Tiff, nah, nigga. Ain't no way you gonna convince me of that.
He be
nigga.
married to Samuel right now.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
This nigga
Jacob
live-
Jones.
Let this nigga live in his world.
Right, I ain't worried about
Yeah.
him. So when you brought up Ray J, it made me think about. I just was on IG and I seen something about because we just watched Ray J's was it Uncensored?
Okay.
Was it
I
Uncensored
don't know.
or whatever? And he started talking about Kim Kardashian, of course. And then somebody had comment like, why do he always be talking about this girl? Like, ain't he married?
Yeah.
Ain't they both married? And then Princess, his wife, replied that I'd be thinking the same thing. So it was like, do you think that Ray J still be? Because there's really no reason to be bringing up Kim at this point.
Nah, that's the biggest ticket though.
But it's still no reason.
That's like a high school.
It's still no reason to
that's-
be bringing up Kim Kardashian and talking about it in a detailed way like he be doing.
That's like somebody, an OG, talking about his high school, college days.
It
something-
is, but it
it's
isn't
something
because he's a
everybody
public figure.
remembered.
But it don't matter if I'm
public
married
figure.
to you. You're not about to go be talking about this, that, and another about her, the next chick,
People want to know.
on a public
I'm
platform.
pretty sure people ask him. Like, if I'm talking about my life And from my childhood all the way up to this point, that's part of my story, a major part of my story.
But you can change the story, especially if everybody already knows it.
That's a major part.
Everybody knows it already.
You cannot not talk about that.
Yes, you can.
You can look. I'm talking about it.
When the last time you heard Kim Kardashian talk about it?
I don't care about Kim, but I'm talking about it.
No, because this goes to your point. When is the last time you heard
y'all Kim? I'm Ray J. Oh my God. I'm talking about it.
Like, when's the last time you heard Kim Kardashian heard about
I'm Kim. I'm just saying I'm not stupid. I gotta go home tonight.
You got a wife.
I'm not gonna be.
That's just disrespectful.
If I'm talking to you,
his wife know him. His wife. Everybody knows your spouse. Like his wife know what's up. She could probably be like, yeah, but she knows him. She knows his character. Like I do certain things, and people be like, how did Tiff deal with him? Like you know me. Not nothing crazy with no chicks. And I'm just saying, like, just my personality.
Nah, bruh. I'm sure, like, I'm sure there's stuff that Tiff has told you, hey, don't do this.
Absolutely.
And nigga, you don't just go blatantly and just be like, well, Tiff know me, so I'm gonna just do it anyway, even though she asked me not to do it. Like, you don't do that, bruh.
That's different.
Nigga, that's what we seeing is happening here, nigga.
I hate when y'all prove points, man.
Nigga, it's obvious.
How you know she ain't said that to afterwards?
Bruh, come on now.
Come on now. Like what?
Like there's
look. So it's like you don't want me to tell my all right, look. Ray J is not on no Kim level.
I'm not saying
here we go. Hold on. Here we go. I can get paid off these stories. People want to know about it. Still to this day, something that happened a long ass time ago.
I understand.
You don't want me to get this bread?
I understand that, bro.
You don't want me to get this bread, Tiff?
I understand.
Man, let me get paid.
Bruh. If that's first of all, I just feel like if that's the only way you can make bread.
No, that's part of it.
If that's the only way you can make bread.
That's part of it.
You need to reevaluate your life.
Number
two.
That's called, what's that, clout chasing?
Yeah, you need to be asking yourself, like, how much bread.
What's that? Clout chasing? What's that? Clout or clout?
How much bread is you really making off of talking about
Is it worth it?
Man,
like how much bread is you making versus like the consequence of your wife being like, bruh, like, why are you continuing to talk about this bitch?
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Like, you fucking up what
it's
we
just
got
not really
on.
worth it at this point, right? Because what's done is done. What success came from it. Like, why are you still
Man, they still
talking
getting paid
about
off them tapes. That's the biggest tape in porn history, I think. One of them.
I mean, I'm pretty
Let's
sure
keep this tape going.
I'm pretty sure they is still getting paid off of it. I think there's a way of talking about it without talking about it, right?
Right.
There's a way
everybody already knows.
Right. There's a way of addressing it without like.
Let me ask you, Ray J, what's going on? Keith, let's talk about that little Kim thing that you got going, that you experienced back in the days.
Man, you know, that was a long time ago.
Okay,
I was a
10
kid
years
back
ago.
then. You know what I'm saying? Kim married right now. You know, I'm married right now. What happened. I ain't really trying to disrespect my wife like that, disrespect my man Kanye like that. You feel me? So we just going to leave it at that.
All right, ask me now.
So tell me about this tape with Kim that you made.
Oh, man, y'all see it, man. I was going balls deep up in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. Go get the tape, man. Every time y'all watch the tape, look at the tape, me and my wife getting paid. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't want to get into detail with it. It's out there. Y'all know what's up. Hey, get the tape.
Oh, yeah. So this is what's happening.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, he's doing way too much.
Who?
Ray J.
What do you do?
So this is what Ray J said. It says Kim Kardashian ex-boyfriend has laid bare the star's intimate secrets, claiming she spends $75,000 a year on G-strings, stops for snacks mid-sex, and has huge Louis Vuitton trunk filled with sex toys. Is that necessary to talk about that?
Hey, if he clout chasing, that's him, then it is what it is.
Kim and I had fun times, marathon sessions, but she didn't like getting sweaty and would stop to do her makeup if she did. Like, is that necessary?
That's kind of whack. Let's talk about that for a second.
She looked like
Stop. Makeup to do your sex? Like, come on, man. Like, now, like, you kind of messing
stops.
Up. That's what I'm saying. And put on makeup?
Right.
Nah, like, that's kind of corny.
The fact that he's talking about it is corny.
But okay, he talked about it, but how y'all feel about that?
That's dumb.
First of all, I don't know if it's true or not,
cannot
Let's
be
just
true.
say it's true.
Oh, so this Kim responded.
because it sounds like he's going for a cheap way of making money,
Right, a quick dollar.
which means that money is your god at that point.
Not cool.
I don't want money to ever become my god like that, to where I'm providing salacious details about somebody like that. Like that just shows a matter of a lack of respect for people that you slept. Like the people I've slept with before, like I got respect for them, man. You know what I mean? Like I got respect for them. I got respect for their partners that they with right now. I got respect for their children to be in any context, like just providing salacious details publicly about what sex was like with them.
Especially if you're a public figure.
Right.
Look, so it's that Ray J constantly revealing all these intimate details about Kim Kardashian shows that he is suffering from low self-esteem. And then Kim responds, "R shows he's a pathological liar. You actually believe this story? It's too funny to me." So if he's going around not even telling the truth, but still just stirring the pot to make conversation or whatever he's doing, that's dumb.
So what does that say to you as his wife? What do you feel about that? If I was doing
Stop. Like, what are you doing? It would be a problem.
But what would you think about me?
That you were dumb.
Would you think that I still like her? Would you think that I still want her? Would you think I'm jealous? Would you think that?
I don't know what I would think. I would think, why? Why are you doing this? What is the point?
So you just want to know.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can say to make you understand why I'm doing this.
There would not be a good explanation.
Money dried up and people want to pay.
You better go talk to Mona.
It ain't nothing personal.
Get y'all another spinoff.
Look, it ain't nothing personal. It's just, this is helping us stay afloat.
It is personal.
There's something that's helping us stay afloat.
Whatever, anything you do in your marriage to make money is personal, and if that's a choice. Now again, she might be on
a
it.
daughter, like she gonna
Like
grow up
she
and read
might
all
she
this.
might be into
Part of
it.
it.
You know what I mean? Which is fine. But if she's a part of it, I'm like, nigga, you making money your god, because again, like, you disrespect yourself when you willingly disrespect somebody else.
And your wife, regardless of, we don't know if she's in it or not. So in our eyes, you just looking disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
So it don't matter if they're in it or not. She's looking crazy.
I just ain't
Regardless.
never been one to just talk about, like, just put somebody else's business out there like that.
I could dig it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What I did with her, that's,
Yep.
we dropped the video. We got paid off the video. That's the only thing I would say is, like, we dropped it. We got paid. We still
And
getting
here
paid.
we are.
Boom.
And here we are.
It launched her a $1 billion empire.
Straight
And
up.
it put me on a path. Yada. Like, but I'm not going to. Because now you're just going back
There's
to
no
the well.
reason for details at
Right.
this point.
I could dig it.
And then just on a man-to-man tip, bruh, like, I'm coming at you. Like, and
So is Kanye a sucker for not?
I don't know what.
You know Kanye, he gets stuff off his chest.
Yeah, I don't know what Kanye gonna do. Like, he gonna do whatever. But
he's not
I
in the
know,
second place anymore.
I know you talk about my wife, nigga, like that. I
Okay,
pick up
so,
a newspaper.
so what about, how about when he responded
Nick
to
Cannon. That's all I was just
and
gonna ask
was it
y'all.
Nick Cannon and Drake?
But
Nick
see,
Cannon, yeah.
the Nick Cannon one I think was different from Ray J, because Nick Cannon didn't try to go like in the details. Nick Cannon was asked a question and he answered the question without trying to just get hella salacious about it.
So
And
how was his question like? Like how you answered it?
Yeah, I think it would. Like, I think they asked Nick Cannon about her plastic surgery, and he was like, "You know what? I didn't."
Oh yeah, he was like, when I had her, she didn't have all that.
Right.
That's
Like, that
I don't know
ain't-
nothing about the new Kim.
I didn't hear the interview.
She didn't have.
Right. So he wasn't trying to, like.
But I think, are they friends or something?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
used to kick it hard.
Yeah.
Kanye
okay.
and Nick Cannon.
And
So I think Kanye was coming from more like that standpoint, just be like,
Yeah, Kanye was trying to tell him, like,
that's
nigga,
my man's wife. I'm not talking about her.
Right.
That's his point.
Right. But like I said, I don't feel like Nick overstepped his boundaries there. I mean, yeah, he could have been like, "Hey, that's Kanye's wife, nigga. I ain't trying to talk about her." But he also, like, answered the question without, like, going overboard. You feel me? This is going overboard. Now I have to step to a cat like that, like, bruh, like, you got to see me now.
I guess it just depends on the person.
Even if my
People
wife,
fighting, if you had look Kim as your wife,
bruh, It don't.
Everybody hit those from what everybody's in the industry.
It don't matter, bruh. It don't matter. If I decide to wife a hoe, like, don't just be publicly disrespecting
let's
my wife.
talk about
like
that for a second. Could you wife a hoe?
No, I couldn't. Well, ooh.
Look, hold on. This is my thing.
Wait, hold on.
You about to say out of state, huh? I can't live in the same city.
I wasn't gonna say
not hoeing, but like just a known hoe.
I wasn't gonna say out of state. I just couldn't be associated with the same circles that she used to.
That's
hoe
what I
in.
said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So it could be still
like,
instead.
I heard
still
hoes make the
trying
best
to
wives.
figure out exactly what makes a girl a hoe.
Oh Jesus!
Look, man, we
we
everybody
ain't
knows
got
it's a
time
hoe.
for this.
Yeah, like
that kind of part of the
yeah,
conversation.
you know what a hoe is.
Yeah.
I don't because
It's
I
no
feel like
hoes.
if
You want me to start naming some
I'm
hoes?
single,
10 times, honey jack, make you say nigga 10 times.
So,
Nah, just play.
if I'm single,
Like, don't do it. It's too many people.
if I'm single
We get sued before we get started.
and ready to mingle,
yeah.
why does that make me a hoe?
Cause you can't do it. You got. Look, man. You got a coochie, man. You can't put miles on that. You can't have everybody saying they're hitting it. It's just a double standard. You can't sleep with the same amount. You can't knowingly sleep with the same amount of dudes that.
So how many people can I
ain't-
sleep
it
with
ain't-
to be not considered a hoe?
It ain't even a number. It's just
It depends
you
on-
not handling your business right to where your stuff got out to where people talking about you enough. That's what it is.
So it doesn't matter the number of people I've had sex with.
The number don't help. If we found out you slept with,
I see.
it's just you not handling your business.
Man,
It's
so
just you fooling with the wrong niggas that's running
here-
your name through the dirt.
for me is like, let's throw out the numbers. Let's throw that out as a criteria.
Okay.
Because I feel like at 36, if you got a single woman at 36 and she been sexually active for the last 20 years, she can have 20 partners easily.
36 and 20 partners. 16? You know?
Yeah, that's just one of
It's not necessarily one a year.
you know, it's not necessarily one a year, but it just averages out
He
to
took
that.
it all the way
Yeah.
That sound like-
So but this woman could be like educated, smart, intelligent, whoop, just had bad luck with men. So is you gonna look at her and be like,
She a hoe?
damn, you slept with 20 niggas, you a hoe.
It ain't even that.
Right.
It's just
To
hold
me-
on. That's not a. That's
Right.
But I'm just saying. But she carried herself.
He trying to let him finish.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, just throw the numbers criteria because on the flip side, like I've met somebody recently who I believe her when she says she's only been with a handful of dudes, but just from her, like the way she get down, I'm like, oh, you
She a hoe.
a runner.
See? And she
Like
only had been with
you
less
a runner.
than 5 guys.
You just happen to like get wifed up
See,
by
I
a
don't
nigga,
get that. That just doesn't
which
even
took
make
you
any
off
sense.
the track. But like you at heart is really a runner because of the way you get down. And so for me, a hoe is somebody who is constantly in men's face, constantly flirting.
So it's not even
constantly-
about sex.
right, just constantly making herself available and doesn't discriminate. So I'll be with Jack today, and an hour later I'll be with Joe, and Joe could be his best friend, cousin, brother. Like, it don't matter. I just want the attention of men, and I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to have that attention.
But we could do that and it's all good.
There are men hoes too.
There are
Man
men
hoes,
hoes.
but who cares?
There are men hoes. It's just that calling a
cares?
man a hoe doesn't have the same
Yeah,
stigma.
don't. Who cares?
Doesn't have
Yeah.
the same sting.
Yeah.
Man, okay, yeah, I'm a hoe. Whatever. That didn't sound right coming.
And all it is a possession thing.
So back to what
Like,
I
that's
was
the only
saying.
reason why being a hoe is bad is because, like, we still have the mentality that women are to be possessed by
look,
men.
So let's use your definition of a hoe. So if I met this hoe at a nice setting and she's committed to me and I'm committed to her and we together and I trust her, she trusts me, I can deal with that hoe, but I don't want to be in the same city as everybody know that hoe. Like, we got to move to another spot.
Hey, could y'all date a stripper?
Yeah.
I'm trying to evolve.
You know what?
as a person.
I could.
So
I could.
I want
I
to say
couldn't wipe up no stripper.
I want to say
Why?
yes.
Cause I just can't.
I want to say yes.
Wipe her
can't-
up and take her off the pole.
I just
Nah, I can't. I can't.
I
can't.
just yeah. I
I
can't.
can fool with her
Neither
like
one of y'all
I
are
go.
making a finishing your sentences
Nah,
because y'all don't
look,
even know what to say.
Now look, this me. I ghost. We can kick it. We can hang out, but you's not gonna be wifey. You gonna stand right in that position.
You gonna
right
fall
there.
in love. I'm in love with the stripper.
It's-
You gonna fall in love with. Hey,
Nah,
did T.I.
my
marry a
pride-
stripper? Is that why he named that song?
Who?
I mean, not T.I.
T-Pain?
T-Pain.
Nah, it's girl.
It's a couple things for me. Is one, I don't want my wife is precious to me. I don't want any man to be able to
Say I did this. I did that.
to be sexually infatuated by my wife because that's my wife's profession.
I'm cool with.
So you going to go see my wife, and my wife is willingly getting
Have
butt
dudes
ass
sleeping
naked.
about your stinking
Right.
and
Yeah.
Like
jacking
I
off
just
to your wife.
Like I just don't want that. Like
Nah,
you-
this what I
walking
can't
down the
have.
street and be like,
Like-
"Hey, Candy."
I can't have.
like every
I can't-
man in this room that seen you naked. Like
Right.
Yeah, I can't
so
have
that
the
ain't
fact
precious
that,
no
like,
more.
like everybody, like, man, I like the way Tiff do that 1-2 with her ass. It's like,
Right. Like
How she
or
make it
niggas
clap?
talking
She
about
do
it.
that for you at night?
Yeah, or
Right.
niggas talking about it and not come around as like, hey, chill.
But
chill,
I think
chill, chill.
for me
Like-
the biggest is my mom. Like I couldn't tell my mom like what does she do, son? Like she's a
you know.
stripper. Like moms would
She
be
makes
like
really good money on a daily.
moms would be like, nah.
Can't do it.
But if moms was you know
I ain't-
had gone on home to glory, I think I could figure it
I don't
out.
think I'm man enough to handle that. Everybody looking at my chick and she get butt naked in front of everybody.
I
Well,
can handle
I
it.
can't handle that, dog. Like
We
I
just
can't.
couldn't make it known to everybody. Like we would live in Elk Grove and she would have to strip in like
The
Oakland.
city.
You know what I
And
mean?
you still walk around and be like,
Nah, nigga, this IG era.
And, right, but
That's
see,
be in the
close.
grocery store, be like, why does she look so
That's too
familiar?
but see, and that's the thing. Like, could I date a stripper who had a stripper IG? Nah. But could I date a stripper who
Was on the low.
had like family pictures and
I
stuff,
could-
but like put up a sexy every now and then? I'd be like, all right.
I could date an ex stripper that stripped through college. I'm cool with that. Like
Hey,
if I
well-
met a chick, she like I used to strip. Like I'm like really like and show
could
me
do
stuff,
that.
and I'm cool with that. But in
Hey.
the present, nah.
No. What about if your daughter starts stripping?
No, talk about that.
No.
Rebuke
Yeah.
that.
You
in
guys
the name of
going to the
Jesus.
club
No,
and
no, let's not even talk
Yes,
about
I
that.
rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
obviously I'm not talking about your guys' daughter. This is all hypothetical.
We ain't even
Just
hypo-
in general.
We ain't even
I'm not a hypothetical
We're
type
not even
person. Oh my
hypotheticalizing it.
God.
No,
Yeah.
no, we not hypotheticalizing
Y'all done already
that.
built me a ramp, but now we can't talk about your daughters being strippers.
No, we built you a ramp pre-marriage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You post-marriage, so you good.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, we ain't talking about no future events.
man.
No, we not hypotheticalizing none of that.
Yeah, nah,
No, thank you. No,
Hey, you know what? I wish she was up right now. I just had it. I be talking straight positive. She was like, "Daddy, did you have a dream?" I didn't.
Oh man, I didn't have. I couldn't even. I was so tired. I was like, I did not have a dream. And then she started telling me about her dream,
Yeah.
and she started saying her ABCs, and she missed a couple letters, and I was like, no, it's whatever letters it was, and she was like, Mom, you were not even in my dream. Like, how you
Hey,
gonna tell me?
Chill, relax. relax. But nah, look. And she was saying it all day, dude. She was
Yeah.
like, Daddy, you had a dream? I was like, yep. I was like, she's like, what was your dream about? Just made up something. I was like, I had a dream that you got married. You had 3 kids. She said, what did I do for work? I said, you were a doctor. She was like, oh, whole day. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have 3 kids. And what did Chummy do? I was like, he's a professional athlete. And they was like, Chummy. And the whole day, she was like, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be this. It's like, that was just dope to me versus
She's been really into dreaming, and she'll wake up and be like, I had a nightmare. I'll be like, what was it about? And then Chum scared her. He's like, you can't tell what happened in your nightmare because then it come true.
oh wow.
And then Brandon was like, so tell me what happened. She was like, I can't tell you.
yeah. I'm like, nah, you tell me everything.
And she was like trying to, my brother said I can't tell you
yeah, I'm
because
like, trick that. Hey, he don't know what he talking about. You tell Daddy everything. But I said the whole day she was like telling people like I'm gonna become a doctor, and people like, oh,
yeah,
really?
what was called you should be doing with her every day. What is it? The affirmations. What are they called? Is that what it's called?
Affirmations.
Like, you is black. You is beautiful.
You is beautiful.
You is smart.
You is smart.
You supposed to be doing that with her every day.
You is lovely.
She funny.
But yeah, man, I got back to what I was saying earlier. I gotta take you back to this hangout, dog. We gotta vibe out, man. Sit. Hey, I really learned. It's just keywords that just be hitting me, dog. A bonfire. You go there to bond, dog. Why you looking at me?
Because I can't.
Nah, for real.
That was kind of dope though, because
Hey,
I never thought about
that's what
that.
I said. I never thought about that.
But I
Hey,
think
look.
it's called bond, like BON.
It is called bond, not bond fire.
It's bond.
It's bond.
Hey, you dropped the
BON.
mic. It's bonfire. It's not bond.
I
No.
didn't mean to bust you out, but it just came to me
shit.
when I thought about how
Hey,
you feel.
And that's why I was looking at him like that. Like, I can't deal with you
why
right
y'all,
now.
Why y'all won't roll with it?
It's bond.
Hey, I've been saying.
I was rolling with
Hey.
it until she busted
Hey.
you up. Like,
Hey, everybody. I've been telling everybody like, yo, look. I've been sitting around. I've been telling people. They be like, that's right. I never thought about.
Yeah.
I said me neither. Till I said
Bond.
this fire.
every person you just told, yeah.
we damn bonding. They
Yeah,
like,
nah.
yeah, around
Bond.
the fire.
Now,
Bonfire.
when we went to the Punch Bowl Social, I was like, you really are socializing here. It really is a place to come and social.
Oh, we gotta take you there too, dog.
The punch bowl
Man, you need to
social.
stay in town and holla at your boy, man. I got some spots I need to take you to, man.
Yeah, I need
Get
to.
active, man.
I need to see this little.
We need some adulting time, some man bonding time.
You've been getting plenty of adulting
I
time.
have. I've been getting it in, dog, since you've been out of town.
It's
I
like
ain't
a little kid. Like, he'll say to me, do you want to go somewhere? And then I just briefly think about it. He's like, I mean, if you don't want to go, I'll just call so-and-so. I'll be like, can I just have a minute to think if I want to
Hey.
go or not?
Right. Can I
Like,
decide?
Hey, why is she trying to bust
Jeez.
me on that? Look, I hit her up with a text like, yo, you trying to go kick it? And then I hit her like, if you don't want to kick it, it's cool. I can hit some people up. Why are you so quick to count me
I
out?
mean,
Why are
I
you so
didn't
like,
even actually didn't even let me respond before I even.
I'm just laying it out there. Like, look, I don't
Jeez.
want to, you might be tired. If not, I'm with it. I ask you first. But if you're not, like, cool, like, I got other options. But what's up? I think that's dope.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's I think you can give her a chance to respond first.
Yeah,
you know,
it'll be me responding.
It's,
Like,
it's almost like you letting her off the hook.
before I even get on the hook.
Exactly.
It's almost like I really don't want to go with you, but I'm just asking you because I gotta ask you first.
See, y'all half cup
Nah,
looking empty
nah.
people. Like, that's half cup thinking. I'm saying, look, if you tired, you don't have to go. But I want you to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I said. I explained that to her.
Right.
And she like, you just so quick
And
to
then his friend turned around.
my boy did the same thing.
did the
He's
same
like,
exact things. Like, yeah, for my birthday, I want to go to San Diego. I mean, if y'all don't want to go, we still about to go. I'm like,
yeah, he's like, y'all don't want to go. And he said the same thing. He was like, hey, if y'all don't want to go, man, me and B just roll up to San Diego and kick it. But
well, he really called his wife out. Said she don't do nothing, and she's at L7.
Oh, jeez.
Capital L, he said.
Capital.
hey, dude, guess what your boy did?
Skydive?
Nah. Nah, you ain't gonna guess it.
Ring around the rosy?
I'm trying to guess. I don't even know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Reality movie, dog.
Oh my god.
Hey, I made a reality movie and it had her cracking up.
It had me.
hour and a
but
half,
It's like
dog.
one of them things where it had me cracking up because I was there.
Dude,
I don't know if it's gonna be funny to people who weren't there.
hey, an hour and a half.
A reality movie.
We.
I made it up.
Hey, Ijoma, you played Phase 10 before?
No.
Well, we played Phase 10, the whole Phase 10, and watched the whole.
reality movie. She was cracking up the whole time.
Yeah, but I really don't think it's gonna be funny to
What,
people
what
who
is
don't
it-
know
what
us.
is the reality movie of?
He just was
It's
filming
a-
our night.
A day in a life,
It's not even a day; it's just a night.
a night, a kicking with your boy Priest D. What it's like.
Okay.
That's it.
Drunk.
But look, but
No, I'm sure that's comedy.
dog, look.
Like, I'm sure that's comedy
hey,
gold.
an hour and a half. Hey, hey, it's just
You
us.
about to have him watch it
Hey,
now?
look what I had.
Can you post that on the YouTube page?
He already did.
I can. It's on my see what I've been doing. I've been doing it for like years, just posting.
Can you also post it to the Two Dudes and the Chick YouTube page?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. But what I've been doing, like just period, I always be filming stuff and post it on my like personal. I don't be promoting it like, yo, come over here. I just do it for family.
Right.
Like 7 years from now, I'll be like, yo, look at this video. Everybody be cracking up and be us just rapping and kids singing and all that junk. But this time I was like, look, I'm gonna film y'all, and I just want to know, what are you gonna say to yourself? Say something like what I asked Tiff. What do you say? I had the camera. I'm trying to think of it in the fly.
No, just let them watch it. Don't even.
Anyway, it's just like, what are you gonna say to yourself in 5 years that you can't believe? Like, yo, I can't believe how big I was. I can't believe I was like, say it now and predict what's gonna happen when you watch this 5-6 years from now. We just having fun with that. And I saved my boy life, and I got that on video.
Yeah, because he's dummy drinking and driving. I feel like people are too old, and there's too many different resources
Saved the nigga life
to be drinking and driving.
Wait, how did you save his life?
Because he came home with us because we wouldn't let him drive home. He came solo.
Hey, it showed how.
And I was like, why don't you get
the whole test and everything, dog.
The sobriety test. I said, why don't you get an Uber or something? He's like, because I got child support.
Wow.
It's just not worth it at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, your child support gonna go somewhere if you get arrested.
It's just not,
for
at
DUI.
this day and age, it's just not worth it to drink and drive.
It's a good example on how to save your friends.
It gets me concerned when you go out without me because I know you be drinking and he think he cool.
Dude,
all the time.
I don't even drink like that.
Like that. But if you get pulled over, it don't matter if you drink like that. If you blow into the breathalyzer and you're at a certain alcohol point.
Look, when I got her, I go all in.
He definitely does.
I'm going in, but by myself, I'm too scared. I lose my job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but you still have a drink or two.
Part three. Hey, look.
It don't matter if you feeling cool. If you breathe it, if you breathe something that's not cool.
Let me explain her. Can I talk? Because you always, I don't cut you off. I've been respecting you.
First of all, since you want to keep bringing that up, let me tell you what he did last night. Since you want to keep bringing up the interrupting me.
Can I say something?
Okay, and then I'm gonna bring that up.
Anyway, dude, I take one shot. Oh my gosh, you're not gonna drive home. I'm like, Tiff, like for real, like. Number one, I don't even drink. Like, she make me feel like an alcoholic. Like, you can't be drinking. You can't be doing it. I'm like, Tiff, I'm not drinking like that.
I mean, technically, you can drink and drive.
I'm going home.
You just can't be above the alcohol level.
That's
like,
my
I'm going
point.
home 4 hours later.
You can drink and think that you're cool and think because, you know, your alcohol tolerance is high. Right. However, your alcohol tolerance does not necessarily
when I'm by myself,
match the breathalyzer.
Look, she ain't
but
never,
you get to have a drink and still be below the breathalyzer.
Yeah, but have you been out with him before? This is a social butterfly guy. Have you been out with him before?
Not one time have I came home drunk by myself or even just like tipsy. But she swear I be out there like just wilding out by myself. I'll be like I need a babysitter. That
if you're gonna be out, you shouldn't drink and drive. Period. You don't have to drink every time to have a good time.
I don't even drink every time to have a good time. That's the cold part.
You do drink every time you go out.
All right.
When you were out the first time you first went to Drake's, did you have a drink? Yes, because you already told me he bought your drinks. So you drunk there, and then
we had 2 fruity drinks. Like it wasn't even nothing to even talk about.
Missing my point.
I'm gonna buy you a drink at Drake's and you're gonna be like, okay, I see what you mean. Like it was some expensive $10 drinks that you buy and we got 2. And Mrs. Sobriety over here
shouldn't drink and drive.
Act like it's like having 2 beers, dog, and then chill for 4 hours and then go home. And she like, you wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. You had a beer? Like, okay. That's Tiff.
Anyway, back to this guy, because he always want to cut me off. So yesterday we were talking about something and he cut me off. Do you know that he got an attitude with me because I asked him to stop cutting me off?
Hey, she trying to bring podcasts into real life, dog. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't podcast. This is me and you talking. Like you know how she flashed, dog. And you know how she flashed that one time on the podcast? Yeah. She did that again, dog. I'm like, dude, it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, I can see on the podcast how you be tripping off that, but now this podcast is coming into reality. Like, you need to stop tripping.
He got mad at me for telling him to stop interrupting me.
So, if you interrupt her in real life, she's not supposed to let you know. She's supposed to reserve
Apparently
it.
not.
Like we having a conversation. I don't know when I can get in. Like now I be scared to get in. She gave me a complex and I'm like, can I talk now? And then when I talk, there you go with that again. I'm like, nah, I'm for real. Like, is it cool to say something?
And you know, I had the same conversation recently, and what I told the other person was, pick up on context clues.
I tried to, and then y'all say I'm cutting you off. Like right now, did I just cut you off?
Right,
but you said pick up on context clues. Period. And then I said I'm trying to. Like that's the back and forth that I think
let
the
him finish
conversation
his
has.
statement.
But just because I come to the end of a sentence doesn't mean I'm at the end of my paragraph.
But you had to stop.
Wait, hold on.
Stop sign. You stop and look at the other person. And
you wait
are they going left or they going right?
You wait for the segue for it to come in. You
Did
should
you
know
notice
your timing.
the extended pause just now when I finished talking?
And then you jumped right in.
Man, y'all not gonna label me no cutter offer, man. Like you know what I'm saying,
you a cutter offer.
So this is what was going on.
We had a four-way intersection.
But we were.
You came there first. You stopped. You went. I come after you.
Yeah,
That's
but what I'm saying is I'm doing Hollywood stops, and before I can even do my Hollywood stop, you talking. I'm like, damn, nigga, I didn't even come to a complete
No, but we were having a discussion, and he said something, and then we were having a discussion about a topic that I brought up, and he didn't even let me get my whole point out before he cut me off to say something, whatever he was saying, before I can even, like, dude, you didn't even know what I was going to say for you to even respond. I haven't even given you enough information for you to respond yet, but one, two words in, you know what I'm saying? Like, already got something to say, which makes me think that you're not listening to what I'm saying because you're already working on your response.
He just hear something that triggers something in his mind, and he got to get it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That sounds about like you, man. I mean, just real talk.
Now it's cool. Now it's cool to talk. Like I'm saying, like when is it cool?
I mean,
there was a long pause.
Yeah, you 36. You know
it's real cool to come in and talk when nobody's talking.
Man, I just like having casual conversation with somebody talking. They be like, "Hold on, okay, go ahead." And then like sometimes when I want to prove a point, I say, "Hold on, let me get this off." And then I say something, we go back and forth.
But you don't say, "Hold on, let me get this off."
Same thing we've been doing this whole time before the podcast. No. Now it's like, "Don't cut me off." Like you know what I'm saying? This podcast.
No.
Coming into my life, dog. Like that's what happened. I never had this conversation the whole time we've been married. And now it's
she been letting you off the hook.
Now
it's years.
Now it's
a serious. Did a chest slap and a knee slap.
Hey, look, dog. Been married for 12 years. Never had this conversation till 3 months ago, dog. Now it's so serious that I'm cutting her off. Like that's whack.
You see how intense he's getting right now?
But we talked about this though.
What?
Just
you learning new things about people?
No,
about yourself.
Just how since we've been doing the podcast, like things that we hadn't noticed about ourselves or each other before, like doing the podcast, make you actually like when you listen back, you be like, oh my God, like this is happening all the time. So maybe it's just been happening, and it's just been something that she ain't really fully like been like, damn, this nigga always cutting me off, and then the podcast just made her realize like, damn, this happens all the time. You ready to quit the podcast now?
Nah, I'm good. It's just kind of whack, but I get it though.
Why is that whack?
It ain't whack. It's just I thought about what you said and what I say the next day. Big me up. Come on.
He apologized.
Tell everybody how much of a good man I am. don't drop the ball now. You got a good one. Keep it going.
What happens is for me, right? Because I was like, can you please just stop cutting me off? Like, let me finish talking.
Let me just get it out.
And then he, of course, rebutted. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Never mind.
Yeah.
And then I didn't talk to him the rest of the night. Like, I was done. I don't even want to talk to you no more. Like, I'm done.
Serious.
I wasn't mad. I'm not talking.
Getting in my life.
No, it is.
I was just like, I'm just not talking to you anymore because it's no point. Because he had done it earlier in the day, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm not talking to you no more. And I got up this morning, started cleaning, and he must have. I don't feel like I had an attitude this morning.
I didn't say you had an attitude.
Did
I cut you off?
You didn't cut me off, but
I'm nervous now. I didn't know what to do. I thought I cut her off again. You see how she slapped herself on the leg? I'm like, I didn't know. I got a complex now.
I didn't say.
We got to learn each other again. God. I thought we had a good vibe. Now I got to know this new woman again.
I didn't say you said I had an attitude. It was more of a question, and you just automatically got defensive.
Man, what do you got to say to that? Why are you automatically getting defensive, Priesty?
When did I get defensive?
Just now.
Just now. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
You don't even realize it.
I wasn't defensive. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Like, that's
could've
why I'm like,
fooled
see,
me.
I'm just full of energy and passion, dog.
I mean, we're
Like,
just trying to get.
Hey, sometimes people mistake my passion as
emotion.
emotional or me trying to me mad or like nah. Like that's why I'm like, what I was angry about.
Okay.
I'm just a.
I mean, I get
I
it.
love everybody.
I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
But like I thought about what she said, and I was like, you know what? I had to check myself. I'm like, okay, she's really getting upset with me cutting her off. Were you about to cut me off?
I stopped. You see how I stopped?
Were you about to cut me off? Okay, well anyway. So I was like, man, I got to check myself sometimes, like, cause it ain't all about me and how I feel. So I said, okay, she's getting
Facts.
upset and she's
Yeah.
really expressing how she feel. And just cause I ain't feeling it, that don't mean
Right.
it ain't a fact.
Right.
So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, she ain't talking to me, trick it. But then I was like, you know what? It shouldn't be like that.
Right.
And it ain't nothing that I should be hanging on to or trying to like fight, because it ain't worth it.
I was just more
so the next day, I'm still talking, please. So the next day, when I seen her cleaning up, I'm like, you know what? I apologize.
Hey, he was so waiting on that.
Nah, like,
He
I
was
like,
waiting on that.
the next day, I was like, yo, I apologize for, cutting you off. And going forward, I'm going to try my best to let you say what you got to say, and then I'll respond from there and vice versa. Like, I'm going to respect it.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, the audacity of this guy to get mad at me for telling him to stop cutting me off.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's insane.
That is kind of insane, but that's also like Priest D.
Right.
Like, Priest D is just gone.
Oh, yeah, that's about it, man. Oh, I want to talk about something.
Oh, I thought we was about to wrap it up.
No. Dang,
Okay.
how long we been talking for?
Close to an hour 15.
That's that time change. It's hour 15. She already ready to
So,
wrap it up. She
I ain't gonna lie, this
she
day
like-
been long,
like,
bro.
woo,
Yeah, that time change kind of threw me off.
Did it
a little.
mess
Hey,
you
I
up?
ain't gonna front it do for like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it kind of threw me off a little
Hey,
bit.
new book alert. Book alert. I picked out a book this month.
I guess it would be normally like damn near 12 o'clock right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
All right, go ahead.
New book that we gonna read this month. Hey, I just picked it up. I was gonna order a book since the doc was trying to cut it off, and I ain't trying to let it go. But I just ordered a book for myself, and I was like, man, I gotta get my dog on board. So I hit him up, and he got really excited about this book, and it made me get excited that he was excited. So I said the book club is back on, baby.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The book we getting this month is Charlamagne the God Shook Ones, Anxiety's Playing Tricks on Me. I read his last book. I'm a Charlamagne fan. I ain't gonna lie. I read his last book. I was about to get it, and Tiff and the kids got it for me for Father's Day. So I read that one. It was a really good book, and I feel like this one's gonna be a really good book too. So once again, Charlamagne the God Shook Ones, Anxiety's Playing Tricks on Me. We're gonna read that and have a book review on that.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited for it, man. And you know, the more I thought about it, I was just thinking, you know, I probably will end up reading, once I read this book, probably like 7 or 8 books this year.
That's dope.
And that's the most books I've read, like, just for leisure reading in a while. So I think, you know what I'm saying, continuing the book club, practicing turning off the TV, turning off the cell phone, etc., and expanding my horizon with literary text. Yeah, I think it's important, man. So I'm happy to continue doing the thing, and I'm looking forward to hearing what this Negro got to say.
Did you read his first one?
I haven't read his first one. I haven't read his
it.
first one, but
So the first one was more about his life, right?
Yeah.
And now this one's about his anxiety.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, nah. And it fits in. I mean, for whatever reason, we just kind of been talking about mental health a lot recently on the podcast. So to read this book and he talking about his anxiety, right? It just kind of naturally fits in with what we talking about.
Yeah, it sounds like it's good from what I've been hearing. And he says how he goes and talks about things, and he has a doctor to come back at the end of each chapter, I guess, or something like that.
To kind of provide some context.
Hey,
Yeah.
his last book was like a #1 seller for hella long. I want to say like 14, 15
That one's probably
weeks.
#1 too by now. When it come out?
This one just came out not too long, probably about a week or two.
I'm sure that'll be #1 soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, do y'all feel like the world, like what? It may sound a weird question, but what does the world say to you? Like, what are you seeing more of that you think other people may be seeing or speaking to you? Let me rephrase that.
Thank you. I was about to say, I have no idea what you
Let me
just
rephrase
asked
that
me.
because I asked Tiff this question too.
You did?
Yeah, I asked like a month ago. I was gonna ask you what I say, but all right, what are you seeing a lot of? Like, for example, do you feel like what you just say? It goes with
Mental health.
Are you hearing a lot about mental health and taking care of yourself? And like, are you hearing that pushed on you a lot? Like, what besides it could be that, but besides that, it could, like I said, it could be that. But are you hearing something else that you think the world, not the world, but the universe, like people be saying?
Like when you go to church and you feel like the pastor's talking to you?
Yeah, like you seen it on commercials, you seeing people talking about it, you seeing books about it, you seeing, and you like, am I the only one that's like, it's,
Right.
it's something that's the Holy Spirit talking to me or something? Like,
You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna answer your question the way you want me to, but I would say just my general assessment of the world right now is people is too soft. Like, everybody gets offended so easily by the littlest things, and like everybody feels empowered to have a certain amount of respect without kind of the what am I trying to say?
I don't know, but it's definitely not answering his question.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to help you. I was gonna say, are you witnessing things everywhere you go, and you like thinking this nigga soft? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it
I was gonna help you.
so yeah, to a certain extent, like I keep hearing things where I just be like why is people tripping off of like little shit? Like, just let some of this little shit just go and keep, like, I feel like people be harping on to like the smallest little things, and they letting their lives be impacted by shit that really don't matter. Like, I really feel like we a micro society. We're not a macro. People have lost vision of the bigger picture. But just in terms of like something else I've seen is communication. Like, for whatever reason, I just been getting a lot of signs and symbols about like communication, lack of communication, what it means to be a better communicator, what it means to be an individual who is constantly seeking to evolve, right? Like, I've been getting a lot of messages about that recently. So yeah, like, I don't think I'm able to answer your question because
Nah, that was it right there. Like, you seeing, like, you getting a lot of, like you said, affirmations about communication and how you need to communicate better.
oh yeah, you know, so the things that have been kind of hitting me recently is I watched the T.I. and Tiny's new show, right? And then I watched Jada Pinkett's Red Table with Will Smith.
I watched that too.
Yeah.
So you seen the first? Did you see?
I seen both.
Okay, so do we have time?
Yeah, we got time.
So what do you?
loop.
So
I'm
what
out
do
the
you?
loop.
I forgot
Hey,
about the red table
I got
talk.
This is
Or
what
should
happened
we
when you
save
get
it
out
for?
the loop.
Or should we save it for next week?
No.
TV
Nah,
talk
we
for next
could we
week.
could talk about it. We got
Bust
time.
that down.
Yeah, we got
You only
time.
hour and 15 minutes.
So
Hold on, let him finish the question. Then we're going to go to you. And then
let
me.
me say, like, so those two things have really stuck out to me because of where T.I. and Tiny is in their relationship right now, not living together but still married, still kind of quasi doing the family thing. And then the Red Table, where it was just like, to me, it was just evident that they're not together. They're
So
just,
that's what you got.
I got that they're not together, but they're committed to
I
like
can
their
see
family.
exactly why.
Oh, hold on. Before we get into red, I had a question, and it went to him. Now you trying to change topic. So what is anything speaking to you?
Wait, bro, this is what's speaking to me and to us.
No, that was your answer.
You just killed the momentum.
Yeah, bro, you
All
can't.
right, go ahead. Go ahead, man. I mean, y'all killed my question, but go ahead.
Nah, it's not killing your question. It's really just an evolution of your question.
Okay, go
Which
ahead,
sparks-
Evolute.
So you got that they are not together.
Yeah.
What did they say? I'm out
They-
the loop. I ain't
they-
seen no TV.
They said they said a whole lot.
lot.
And I do just want to get this off my chest right now.
You think they got an open relationship?
I don't think they have an open relationship.
You don't.
No. I was going to say, what I was going to get off my chest was that Willow is irritating as fuck.
All she does is, yeah.
And-
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, why is you even at the table when grown folks is talking? That's what I really be wanting to say to her every time.
Oh, wow.
Like, you're
Yeah.
at the table with grown.
Yeah.
That, and then I noticed, like, as they was going through all their stories, she's there all the time. So part of me was like, where the fuck is Jaden at? Right? And I didn't know that Jaden, like, moved out the house when he was 15. It's just, like, a very
Yeah.
independent. But it was just apparent, like
He's a
as,
rock star now.
as they having all these, like, family, like, moments, pivotal moments that, like, it's like Willow is always present,
Well, she's the youngest.
but Jaden's not. So that was just interesting. But
Wow.
I don't think they're having.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was irritating. I don't think they have an open marriage.
You don't think they have an open marriage, but you don't think that they're together.
Right.
I didn't get that from them. What I got, and they don't even call themselves married anymore, they say.
Which is why I said
They
they're not
just say
together
that they are
in the
committed
union or
in a
some
union.
I ain't gonna
bullshit.
front.
Life
Their whole family
partners.
is
Yeah.
different. I ain't gonna call them weird. They just really different. And
But
it works
the
for
way they broke it down,
I'm saying it works for them.
it
It
made
works for them.
sense.
Yeah.
So the way they broke it down.
What they say?
Bruh.
I don't even know where to start. It's like
Neither one of y'all got words.
Wait,
to say.
okay.
I
okay,
ain't
so
seen it,
here
like,
we go. This is what happened.
I ain't seen nothing.
Okay, so check this. So he
Yeah.
was married. He was married,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, when I get married, I'm never getting divorced. That's like always how he felt. And then he met Jada. Well, first he went to go. Peep this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
First he went to so.
You sound like Willow. Are you smiling and just saying, yeah?
Because he know what I'm about to say.
I know what she's gonna
Hey,
say.
every time he say, he like, okay, yep, yeah. Like y'all ain't trying to get no spoiler alerts. Like what? Like speak on it. Like I ain't
Okay,
seen
so
nothing.
check it. So, was it Carlton?
Yeah. So he went to go meet Jada because he
He's
met her
seen-
once,
And he's seen her.
and then like was just like, that's who
Yeah, and
I want to
Carlton
be
was
with.
like, "That's
Yeah.
my homegirl. Like, come through, and let me." Was it Carlton or somebody?
It was
else?
Carlton.
Okay, and then so he went down there to a
go
different
meet her.
role set
Yeah.
to go meet Jada, and he ended up
Meeting
his
his
wife
first wife.
before he can even meet Jada. So then that happened. So then that's how they got it. But then he, years later, met Jada and they had a conversation. He was in the relationship. They didn't like cheat or anything. But he said that after his conversation with Jada, he like went to the bathroom and just like cried.
I don't believe it. Go ahead.
I kind of believe it.
So
That's too dramatic.
But he said he did it because he realized that Jada is the one he should be with,
with, right.
and know that he can't leave his wife because he doesn't believe in divorce. So it was like a
bruh,
dang, but dang.
the perception that I had of them going in totally got ripped to shreds.
It makes sense now to hear them talk about how their thought process and
Like
everything.
it just got ripped to shreds. What I learned was that Jada is the dominant.
Absolutely.
Like
now she is.
right, but it sounds like it sounds like she's always been dominant.
But it feels like she
But
lost herself.
Yeah, she just kind of like capitulated to Will, like, you the man, so I'm gonna let you do
let
your
you
thing.
do this married thing, what we think marriage is
My
supposed
mama
to
over
be.
here constantly hyping you up, telling me that you the best thing since sliced bread, yada
'Cause
yada
she didn't
yada.
even want to get married,
Bruh, she cried down the wedding aisle.
and it wasn't because she was
Not
happy.
tears of joy. It's like cried
She was
all the way
pregnant,
down.
sick. I don't want to do this. Her mom is the one that forced her to have a wedding. You know, put that on her to have a wedding. Anyway, she didn't even want to get married, but she got married to Will, and then they just started living this life of what they thought marriage, or what the people feel the perception of marriage is, right? And then they realized, or she realized, that she is just conforming to
What society say in marriage?
that, and
She was
Will
really,
painting this perfect picture and setting up a life that he feels he always wanted, and that he feels that they should have. Like, I'm gonna build you the best house, I'm gonna take you here, we're gonna do this there. And that's not really what Jada wanted. She was like, you're saying you're doing all this for me, but really you're doing all this for you. And then, like, they told a story about, what was it, her 40th birthday party. He was like, ooh, this gonna be it. I'm gonna have Mary J. Blige comes. I found some tapes of her grandmother that passed away. She never heard, that she left for her. We gonna play this in front of everybody. And then I look at Jada, and I'm just like waiting for that, like, yeah, you did that. And she's like bawling her face off. And he's like, I didn't even realize, because it was so much about him doing something on a grand gesture for the people and for her, that I didn't even realize how this could mentally affect her hearing her grandmother's messages, who was somebody near and dear to her heart, in front of a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even take any of that into consideration.
Yeah.
And
it was, like, I could see it both ways, right? In terms of, like, he did a grand gesture for his wife, but it was also about him, right?
Yeah.
So this was important for me as a revelation, because my home is a grand gesture that I did for my wife, but that house is really about me. You know what I mean? It's really about, like, I bought this house for my wife, and my wife is like, nigga, thank you for this house, but this is not necessarily
what I need,
what I want. You know what I mean?
our need.
Or what I
that goes
need.
back to
Yeah.
what we said before about love language.
Exactly.
You gotta
Exactly.
learn your spouse's love language, because sometimes a guy can do something and then buy his wife a purse or
Right.
something material,
Right.
but that ain't gonna do nothing for me, because I don't care about that stuff. Like,
Right.
that ain't, you just wasting your money. Like, no, don't buy me a purse. I don't want that. You got to figure out what the love language is. And so he had to realize that basically.
It's basically, he's been loving her the wrong way the entire time they've been married, and has not been listening to her when she's been like, bruh, like,
This
I
ain't
don't
it.
need these things. And so to me, like, what
He
I
took that as her being ungrateful.
Right. Her mama took it as her being ungrateful. But for me, what I got out of it was, they got to a point where it was like, okay, I need to start loving you the way you want to be loved, Jada.
And you think that could tear up a marriage? Like,
It
letting
almost
somebody
tore them
go
up.
right? Like, yeah, because that's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? To go all out and be like, I'm gonna love you the way you want to be loved.
Right.
That's
but
hard. Like,
but the
even
way
though
go ahead.
people do it, but to like go so long
Without
with the
doing it,
program,
yeah.
Right.
and then now you flip the script.
Right. It's difficult, but it's what they needed to
Go through.
go through to save their marriage. But when you put all of the clues together of, she does not want to be married in a traditional marriage, then that means the way you love me best is to let me go, is to give me my freedom, is to make it so where I don't have to adhere
Right.
to a traditional marriage. And that's why I say I don't think they're together in a traditional
but
sense.
how can you see they're not? Then how can you say in the same sense they're not in an open marriage? Because at the same time, he said, I now allow her to do whatever
It is
and he
she wanna do.
emphasizes,
Yeah.
whatever
she
she
wants to
needs
do.
to do to make herself happy. She has the
Yeah, because they
will to do it.
they
She-
started talking about unconditional love.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which
all
was
that.
translation for, somebody is doing something in this marriage that that somebody else clearly doesn't like.
But if it makes her happy,
then I'm
with
Suck
it.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then then they were talking about vacationing and stuff like that, and saying that he had to learn to, like how I made you play.
She turned the nigga out.
Like how I made you.
Oh, she definitely got
Yes,
and she definitely got a nigga on the side.
Play.
For sure.
Augustine, what's his name? Did you hear his birthday message to her?
August Alsina? Mm-hmm. I just know what you're talking about. I ain't hear it.
I should read it to y'all and tell me how y'all feel if somebody said this to your wife.
So I get what you're saying, Tiff, in terms of like, but see, an open marriage to me is we're together, we're still intimate, but we've agreed that part of our intimacy can be extended to other people.
Yeah.
So I can have a boyfriend, you can have a girlfriend, but we still together. To me, it was like they're not together. It is a contract with them. It is whatever happens to you, I'm your husband and I'm going to be there, or I'm your wife and I'm going to be there. Like if you in the hospital tomorrow, I'm there because we're husband and wife, but we ain't like in a romantic relationship together. And that's why I say it's not an open marriage.
Listen to this. Tell me how you feel. Somebody sent this to your wife on her birthday. I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's divine order. And you're an example of God's divinity. Is that divinity in divinity in? It's covering over my life. A beautifully complex individual you are. I could spend a lifetime decoding you. Thank you for your laughter. Thank you for seeing my heart and character and not measuring me based upon what I come from. You see me for who I am, what I'm gonna be, even when I can't see me. Thank you for challenging me on a daily basis. You're a little piece of heaven here on earth. The fortune in my cookie, the vet to my rookie. You are love personified. There hasn't been enough the dictation created to articulate or express the capacity of my love for you. It is simply beyond measure and human comprehension. So as my soul continues this quest, I just like to say happy birthday, best.
God dang.
You're nothing like the rest.
You know what though? Me just knowing August Alsina, nigga got issues. Like he be talking about killing himself, talking about he be on a Breakfast Club pouring out his heart every time I see him.
Yeah, he just poured out his heart there.
So no, I'm saying though, so like
to somebody else's wife.
For somebody, if I'm looking at it on the other end, like if she can be there for him, like as an auntie,
right?
You didn't say nothing about nobody auntie.
Man, I'm just.
I
saying,
hear
like,
what you're saying.
Like if she can be that light that make him see things about
I don't
himself.
care how much involved in somebody's life you are, mentoring them or helping them. You ain't never gonna be nobody else's fortune in their cookie.
He's just trying to put like how deeply he thankful he is for her. Like y'all looking at it on a different end, and I'm looking at it. This is somebody that be tripping, blood. The dude
I
be
feel
where DJ Envy like, yo, like call me, like I don't,
right.
like he always in a depressed state.
I feel where you coming from, bruh, but all I'm saying is you look at the red table, and people can come up with their own opinion.
Never seen it.
But when I seen it, bruh, to me it was obvious that she is involved with somebody else, but she has an understanding with whoever else she's involved with that Will is my husband and him and my family come first.
So how
he left a message to Will too for his birthday.
What is that?
You have to at that point, right?
What is that? Well, I'm just saying though, like
yeah, I guess you do.
I just seen it.
All right, so how do you feel watching the Red Pill or whatever, hearing that message to Jada? What did that say to you?
That says to me that he might be one of the niggas that she's dealing with. I'm saying might be. I'm not saying for sure. But, like, bruh, I just really, like, coming out of that, I really just feel like this whole time I'm thinking it's Will. Like, I'm thinking Will is out here wilding because he all over the place and woo. And from the red table, it was like, nah, Will ain't the one wilding. It's Jada. It's Jada. Like Will
and he's
seemed
just
like
here for the ride.
He seemed like he's very dedicated to his family and to Jada.
Well, they made that very clear that they are dedicated
and
to
whatever
their family
Jada
100%.
Want. But it seemed like Jada was like, look, bruh, like, I agree we're not getting divorced.
They both.
We don't believe in divorce.
Because she even said at one point, even if he got somebody, they gonna be in one side of the house, and I'm gonna be on the other. But we still gonna be in the same house.
Right. Like, we still gonna be married.
No matter by any means necessary. They are never getting divorced.
Because, bro, I be looking at his IG and I be sometimes like, where the fuck is
his family?
Yeah, like, nigga, you ain't never.
They be coming through, though. He been working.
Bad Boys 3.
I like Will. I like them.
I like Will. I like them. Will needed to marry her mama.
Her mama got a Will too.
Cause her mama was in love with Will. It was one of them classics.
Well, by that time he was Will the superstar.
Right. It was just one of them classics where like mom is like, you need to marry him. You need to marry him. You pregnant now. You really need to marry him. And it's like, nah,
lock
mom.
that up.
You want to marry him.
Yeah.
I don't want to marry him. Like, I'm good.
Not to say that she didn't love him.
Right.
But she said she never saw herself being married at all.
Right. Like, she seemed like she could have just been like his life partner.
Hey, you think your mom
Oprah and Stedman.
Right.
What?
Not like your mom want to marry me, but you think your mom was like seen that like I can marry this dude, just be a good dude for my. Look what he said. I ain't never thought about what he said, but then I was like, cause you see, like for example, even like when Bella grow up. And you're going to be like, you should marry this dude. You're going to be pushing like, this is a good dude for you. Because you can see yourself with how you treat your daughter. Like, he treats me this way. Not that you want to marry him, but you be like, I can be with that dude. You got to have that type of epiphany to want your daughter to marry somebody.
It's funny because I was just watching Napoli Ever After. Is that what it's called?
Did you like that movie?
I did not. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
what's the 9 late things?
She cut off her hair. But it was the same. It was the same deal where when she found dude that she really liked, and then she went to the barbecue
on paper.
So
right.
Look, so like
and
when your mom disagreed because she can't see herself with it, and
mind you, she did the same thing in that other movie too. Something New.
Right.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
It's the same movie except for.
She cut off her hair.
She cut off her hair.
Yeah.
She played the same
hey,
uppity chick.
But did I go too left? Or
yes.
You get what I was saying?
No, that's what I was validating what you were saying.
Yeah, of course a parent is going to want what they think is best for. That goes back to what I was saying about the love is. The mama, y'all said she had no say-so because she ain't had a successful relationship. But that don't mean that she can't think she knows what she wants for her daughter so that she doesn't do the same thing that she did. So on paper, you're successful, you're this, you're that, or whatever. So yes, I want you to be, this is the better choice than this struggling writer. No?
They had a love is moment though, Will and Jada.
When they did the
when he said he called her up and was like, you dating somebody? You my girl now. Because the only reason why they got divorced, he got divorced from his first marriage because she left him, and that's it. Real interesting, bro. It's man.
It's a good show.
It was good. Like I said,
you should watch it. It's on Facebook.
It's very informative.
Why? They have different guests on there every week. Or sometimes they don't even have guests.
Hey, you know what I realized, dog? Like with this whole non-TV thing. Like, I be getting on my daughter about YouTube Kids. Like, I cut it off from her. Like, no YouTube Kids. You need to go play yourself. And I be feeling like, as adults, we watch TV like how the kids watch YouTube
But that's
Kids.
not why you cut her off of YouTube Kids.
I'm just saying, no, period, though. Like, we watch other people live their life and do their things instead of living our lives.
I don't know that's true. I don't agree with that.
I would almost disagree with you, except for the fact that we're doing a podcast. So if I'm watching Red Table, as an example, right, I'm not watching Jada live her life, especially when we're living our life doing this podcast.
I'm talking about just TV, like Housewives of Atlanta.
Just entertainment.
Just entertainment. Like, yeah, it's entertainment, but I'm just saying, like, how people get caught up
But
in it.
the reason why you cut Bella off of YouTube is because she talking about, dang, why did God make me this color?
Yeah.
And I want my name to be Emma. because she's just watching little white girls. Like, of course,
you a good daddy because you went from taking her to I want to be Emma and White to I want to be Black and the Doctor.
Hey,
look
hey, you gotta jump on that quick. You can't let that ride.
No, he nipped that in the bud.
My nigga changed her whole
She
dream
talking to
structure.
me like, I'm so glad that guy gave me a black mommy. Like, she done flipped the whole script.
She
so
changed
damn
her
pro-black.
whole
Yeah, she keeps
dream
sneaking it.
structure.
She's sneaking in there every now and then, but
Nah, we so black in this house now. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm bliggity, bliggity, bliggity black, y'all.
got the kids. What did you do with the boys the other day?
I said, all right, then y'all, I'm about to leave. And I said, hey, yo, 9, power to the people. And he didn't, I threw the black fist at him, nod my head. He didn't know what to do. He was like, I'm like, dude, what's up? Throw it back. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, you supposed to throw your fist up and nod or say power to the people. One of the two. I let you get, I said, I'll let you pick what you want to do. And then I said, hey, yo, 9. He's like, what's up? I said, power to the people. And he
You
was
gotta
like,
take him to go see Black Klansman.
hey, he put his fist up,
I want to
my
see
man.
that. Is that still playing?
I don't think it's still.
I
in
don't
theater,
think it's
but
still in
that'll
theater,
be
but that'll be out soon. We definitely gotta see that.
But anyway, y'all ready to take this home?
Yeah, why not? I enjoyed my time with you guys.
Man, I did
let
too,
you know.
man.
Are you
I did.
sure?
Yeah. Had a real good time.
I did too, man. I'm looking forward to. We gotta come up with a holiday schedule too.
Because the holidays
yeah,
about
we
to
gotta-
kick
we gotta
I
in.
ain't trying to get down on the holidays, man.
No.
Listen,
Hey, look,
man.
this how I was thinking about when you said that. I'm thinking on people.
Everybody takes a break from work.
People gonna be with their families. Gonna be like, look, listen to this
I get it.
podcast.
Right, and they can
and-
start with
I
episode
get
1.
it. I get it. I get it.
And they'll have, what episode is this, right?
Sounds like I'm outvoted.
How many episodes we got out right now?
15.
This
This gonna be
This
16.
gonna be 16.
This gonna be 16.
Yeah,
So if you have a family
So
function,
folks just gotta
press at
understand,
number 1.
You know, we 4 months into this strong. We're gonna keep pushing it, but you know, we want to spend a day or two with the family, not to worry about the podcast. It's all good though. But I think, you know what I'm saying, we just do 1 and 1. Like we won't take 2 weeks off in December. We'll just do 1 week.
In 1 week.
This 1 week, because we got to give them a New Year's. And yeah, we did hear y'all. We will do something live one time so y'all can
yeah.
ask
we get that.
questions.
So, my thing with that is no other podcasts do live. Why we got?
yes, they
live?
do.
Who?
A few of them do that I listen to. I know DJ Envy and his wife do a live one not like often, but every now and then. And then DC Youngfly and Carlos Beam, they have a podcast.
Yeah, Route 85.
I don't know why
They
you don't
do
want to
it
do
live.
it live.
I'm with it. I ain't tripping.
I mean, I don't think we.
But
have
they
to
do it
the
in front of a
whole-
studio. They do it in front of an
Yeah.
audience.
I don't think we have to do the whole show live, but I think give the people what they want, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We was already talking about doing a live one for our 1 year anniversary, speaking it into existence. But
Hey, yeah.
I think it'd be nice.
That would be dope.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice.
That's gonna be dope. That 1 year anniversary one.
Oh man,
Invite the selective few.
man,
That's gonna be dope.
it's gonna be. So, I feel like doing a live. We got to get the people what they want, bro. We growing. You know what I'm saying? Nice to see these numbers hitting, constant growth. And yeah. So anyway, this is Dr. IJ.
It's your boy Priest D riding in a caddy, rubbing on your chick, Babby.
Can you stop? Can you stop? That's that inappropriateness we was talking about.
All right, I apologize.
Because you shouldn't be rubbing on nobody's chick's babby in a caddy.
It just sounds funny though. I forgot to say shotgun, but I ain't gonna say that no more. I was finna say shotgun riding in a chick, Babby, but I ain't gonna say that. But I wanted to let y'all know what I want to say. But I ain't saying that no more. It's Priest. It's your boy Priest. It's your boy Priest D riding in the caddy. Long leg daddy.
Oh my God.
And we got Tiff. She
protests. She's like, I don't want to say
I
what
am
I
protesting the
at
outro.
her. We looking at her and she ain't saying that. It's Tiff. It's 2 dudes and chicks. Thanks for listening. My stuttering kicked
What did
in.
you say?
Thanks for listening. Hey, I be stuttering like a mud, but thanks for listening. We out. Peace.